Welterweight action for you. This bout took place a bit earlier on. William the Hammer Jones against Mike Brown. William the Hammer Jones, an outstanding prospect from Philadelphia. Let's look at the tail of the tape for tonight's bout. And some very interesting numbers. Mike Brown at 5'8", William Jones at 5'11". Brown 2 pounds heavier at 151 to Jones 149. Jones with a 1-inch reach advantage, 73 inches to 72. But here's the key. The age, Jones just 20 years of age. Brown at 32 from New York City. Round 4, excuse me. Round number 4. Scheduled for 6. And William the Hammer Jones, the hot 20-year-old prospect out of Philadelphia, being tested by 32-year-old Mike Brown out of New York City.
The end of the last round there, Brown was not only making Jones miss, but he was getting through to him on the counter punches, and that's the exact kind of thing that Jones needs to learn in his quest going forward here.
How do you see it scored, Donnie, through 3?
Well, definitely I have to see, because of the aggressive nature of Jones and coming forward, that he was probably ahead on the scorecards. I definitely see it that way. And Brown hasn't done enough to necessarily win the round, so he's keeping the fight interesting.
A little frustration from Jones there.
Well, there's some really good advice by his corner in between rounds. Bobby Watts was saying how he's got to start putting punches together and not be looking for the one punch. And that's exactly what he has to do, and that's exactly what this fight's about, is for him to learn that. Patience. That's what he's trying. That's what he's learning right here.
You have to wonder if Jones may be getting a little bit tired, too. His mouth is hanging open now, missing a few shots.
Well, that's another thing that you have to fear when you get a big puncher that knocks everybody out early, is stamina. And it's not necessarily that he's not in shape to go longer, but mentally he's not used to being pushed for longer, and therefore he has to suck it up deeper from inside. It appears to be new to him.
Tip your cap to Mike Brown.
Definitely. Mike Brown is not only holding his own and getting a little bit back, but looking good in doing it. Certainly has shown us a lot more than most people expect to play.
Final 20 seconds of round 4.
Mike Brown seems to have it figured out. When Jones comes on the offensive, he seems to be ready before Jones starts.
Take a step back and throw the uppercut. When he throw the hook, he don't want to step back, left hook. See when he tries to get close to you.
He's a survivor to the border. If you going to do just what you right, and don't hold back, he'll give up. See, you got to open, make him open up. Hey, man.
Okay? You seen everything about him. You know him now. You understand? You know who he is. You got that? Yeah. You got to be the boss now. Now is the time to be the boss. Punch through it. You got it? I want you punching through it, okay?
He like this here. I got you bend right up the cut up. Right, he left back, yeah. That's your business, that's all.
We start round number 5. Bob Papa along with Donnie Lalonde, Mike Brown, 32 years old in the white trunks, taking it to the young prospect out of Philadelphia, William the Hammer Jones.
Well, Bob, you know, it gets overlooked most of the time, but you have to give credit to Jones' management. This is the perfect fight for him. He's in with the fighter with 1 knockout. Not a real dangerous fight, but at the same time, it's a very good learning fight. He's never been to the 5th round, and he's learning a ton in this fight. have to repeat what Bobby Boogaloo Watt said in between rounds, 2 rounds ago, that the Hammer has got to start putting punches together. He's looking for the one big bomb, which is what happens when you knock people out early. And now he's starting to realize what he's got to be doing here, which is put punches together.
This is the 5th time Mike Brown has gone past the 4th round. He's gone 8 once, 6 twice, and 5 once before. All in the last year.
He seems to be using that experience to his advantage late in the fight here. He's starting to use a few old tricks on Jones, and it's really good for Jones. I mean, again, not a big puncher, so he's not jeopardizing Jones' career here or his record, but at the same time, he's teaching him all he needs to learn in one fight. Nice combination by Brown. Both landing. Oh, caught him with a piece of that punch. But another really nice exchange.
Now the fans here at Harrah's in Atlantic City may be sensing the tide shifting a bit here in round 5. Mike Brown is gaining a lot of confidence.
The Hammer seems to have slowed down the aggression, slowed down the forward movement and the stalking of Brown. It seems that Brown has gained his respect also.
Right by Brown scores.
Now you see here you've got the puncher hanging on a little bit, or at least attempting to. It's certainly an indication of what's happening between these two fighters on an emotional, mental level.
And how a fighter reacts the first time he is hurt. Mike Brown has been hit hard several times. Here as we come to the end of round 5.
Okay, this is the last round, right? Now he may come out swinging. You know he done lost the fight, right? And you got to keep them hands up, Coop. So you punching with your hands down. You got to bring them out like that.
You got to bring him up, and you got to work that jab, baby. You got to work that jab.
You got to back
Don't
him up.
walk him down.
You got to take charge.
Last one, Mike, even touch him in the center.
Okay. You got to take charge. You understand what I'm saying to you? Now, what did they cut the fight before?
Open him up and go to work.
Yeah, how you feel? 6th round. You say the last round. Yes, the 6th round. Oh, this is the last? Okay, good. Did you listen to what I'm saying?
Just don't do nothing else. Come right back. Okay, this is the
and
last
hook, too.
round.
You give me
And the
hook.
main thing, keep your hands up, because he going to come out swinging. And then he going to come up doing like this while his head down. You got me?
We start the 6th and final round. William the Hammer Jones in the black, 32-year-old Mike Brown in the white. Mike Brown in his 14th professional fight at the age of 32 years of age, but he has exploited some defensive liabilities in Jones.
Oh, definitely. This is a big, big round for Jones. He's got to close this fight so he can walk out of here feeling good. Brown has, like you said, exploited so many things for Jones to work on in the gym after this fight, but you still want to be working on those things with confidence. He's got to close out big in this fight.
Donnie, how do you have it scored?
I have it scored 4-1 right now. I think that we have to give Brown the last round. I would expect a little more out of Brown in this round. I think that he's had such a good showing here that he should close it up very strong. He seems to be content with a very good showing.
Brown seems to be trying to set up that left hook to the head of Jones and scores with a combination and gets away.
Scored with a very nice combination there, finishing with the nice left hook. The Hammer knocked him after it, and there's nothing funny about getting hit and cut like that in a fight. So he's going to have to learn how to react from a good punch differently than that. And lots of action happening here. Good exchange.
And there's the left to the head. Blood in the mouth of Jones, and he doesn't seem to like it.
He seems to have reacted every time he's been hit with a clean punch, one way or another. And he's going to have to learn that reacting to the crowd is not going to help him win fights. Very impressive showing by Brown. Very good learning experience for the Hammer.
You see Jones high stepping a bit. It looks like he's trying to get some wind back. Remember, he's never gone past 4 rounds. We are in round number 6, the final round.
It's all new territory. Whenever there's so many different hurdles to clear. And it's been a perfect opportunity for the Hammer to learn that not everyone is going to fall for it.
That is the time remaining in the fight.
What a fight it's been. It's been a great fight, great experience for Jones, and Brown has shown very much that he is a much better fighter than his 3-7 record shows.
And Brown doing some scoring near the end of the final round. And that is it. Mike Brown lasts all 6 rounds and put a good effort forward as he gave William the Hammer Jones 6 tough rounds here in Atlantic City. Well, it was a good effort for William the Hammer Jones, and he really learned a lot. He wins a unanimous decision over Mike Brown.
Exactly. It was like going to school for him. He learned that people aren't going to fall down whenever he hits them early. And he also learned that he's going to have to dig down and carry on through a lot of adversity, which Brown made him face.
Okay, let's recap our main event for you of the evening. Tony Thornton stops Dave Tiberi in round number 4. The ringside position stopped the bout because of a bad cut on the left eye of Tiberi. It really was shaping up as a good one.
Oh, definitely it was. Thornton came out and did what he told us he was going to do. He was going to establish himself early. But Tiberi seemed to weather the storm and come back a little bit on his own and establish himself a bit in the 3rd round. But then the cut stopped the fight. Would have been interesting to see what happened had it gone on.
And there was one other upset as well. Harold Warren takes the fight on 3 days' notice, and he beats Tony Green in a split decision. We'll be back with more from Atlantic City, New Jersey. New Jersey. Bob Papa along with Donnie Lalonde. Main Events presents Sports Channel America's Pro Boxing Tour. And we take a look at the boxing update. Some of the happenings in the world of boxing this weekend. Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker defends his IBF and WBC lightweight titles with a 12-round decision over Azuma Nelson. Now he'd like to take on WBA champ Juan Nazario in August to unify it. And Whitaker really painted a masterpiece.
Oh, he showed us what kind of boxer he was, definitely. And Azuma Nelson, though he was there the whole time, really didn't show the fire he had earlier in his career. But have to give all the credit to Whitaker. He really came out with big.
And on Sunday afternoon, a big win for Tony the Tiger Lopez in his 3rd meeting against John Molina. Lopez comes up with the victory. He recaptures his IBF junior lightweight crown, a split decision over John Molina. But a very interesting fight. Tony came out like the Tiger.
As we know he can, but it surprised me how it overwhelmed Molina ultimately. I was surprised. I thought Molina would weather it and of course, come back on his own.
Where does Lopez go next? Does Lopez go back with another showdown with Molina, or does he go after Jorge Paez? We'll find out in the upcoming months. Well, Donnie, this is something I know you're interested in other than boxing. The from Atlantic City, Greg Haugen returns to the ring after nearly a year, actually over a year, and he stopped Memo Cruz. Haugen still looks tough.
Oh, definitely. He looks like he's hungry again. It looks like he misses what he has. And so we'll see what he does in the future with that, as long as he can keep up that kind of determination. It looks good for him.
Well, Haugen with so many memorable wars with Vinny Pazienza, and they are expected to square off for a 3rd time. But you'll see Greg Haugen 2 weeks from now here on Sports Channel America, June the 4th, 9 o'clock Eastern Time from Reno, Nevada. Haugen squares off against Bobby Nunez, live and exclusive on Sports Channel America. Well, Donnie Lalonde, a very interesting night of boxing as well. Tony Thornton gets his career back on track. He gets the win over Dave Tiberi.
I think he surprised some people tonight. I think a lot of people expected him to come in here with a journeyman effort and for Tiberi to out-hustle him and to the young guy come and take over. But Thornton came, he did his job and got rid of Tiberi early.
Okay. Well, you know, as we take a look at the world of boxing, lots of good bouts coming up in the next several weeks throughout the course of the country. And Evander Holyfield will be battling right here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. The #1 heavyweight contender takes on Seamus McDonough from St. John's University in New York. Holyfield comes in with a record of 23-0 and 19 knockouts.